Hey guys, how are you? Happy Thursday. Come on in, come on in. I got a special announcement. This will not be a long live, but it's going to be a good live packed with a lot of information. So I want you guys to come in. Let me know you're here. Invite somebody, tag them in. Trust me, you want to. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So I'm excited about today. Gonna get into this thing. I hope you guys had a great day, a great week so far. It's Thursday already. Feels like this week is going by so fast. Is there enough light in here? I just feel like it's not. There you go. I felt a little bit brighter there. There you go. A little brighter. I don't know. It just feels like it's not enough light today. You guys tag people in. Let them know we're live. Let's see. I'm going to give it a second because I only want to say it once. And I really want it to be very, I don't know. What's the word? I think it's going to be like shocking to some people. I think it's going to be very good for some people to hear. I know it's going to help some people out. And I'm excited about it. And so I just want to get it going. Here we go. You guys, if you're here, let me know. I see it's 2 people watching. Let me know you're here by saying hi. Hi, guys. And I'm going to start in 1 second. And guys, if you haven't shared it, please share with somebody so I can know. Well, not that I can know, so somebody else can know. Listen, this is not, I tell you most times this is not about me, but it's definitely something I know that will help other people. So trust me, you wanna share this because I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really good. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. And then we're about to get ready. I hate to pause it, but I just want to kind of get it out the way. And so, not get it out the way. What am I trying to say? I want to get it all out there one time. So I'm tagging a few people. All right, guys. Listen, if you're not on here, you're gonna catch the replay. That's okay. It's all right. That's what I wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure everybody on. Hey, Mama Pat. I just wanted to make sure everybody who was supposed to be on here to see it did. So, hey, we're there. So, happy December 16th. So you guys know that we have been on our series for about the holidays and the family, and it's been a good series. And it's so weird because I was like, I think I said what I needed to say about that, and I was just like, oh man, I don't want to stop the series in the middle, and I was stressing out about not being overly repetitive. And I don't know if you guys remember, if you were on last week, I said that I had some important news I was going to share this coming week. And it's weird because at first I wasn't going to share it right away. I was like, no, I'm not going to share it right now. I'm going to kind of wait for some other things and factors. But I started to realize that I think the reason that it's important that I share this is because it's a huge part of what's going on. And it's important for people to hear and know about. Um, so first of all, let me introduce myself for the people who might not know me, because somebody might have shared it. And if you guys haven't shared, please share. I'm Paris Johnson. I do this mental health advocate show called Conversations from Paris, where we talk about real life issues that deal with mental health and our wellness and just wholeness and all those things. And anybody who's been following me on this journey know that I talk about all different things and I talk about my life. One of the things you might or might not know is that I'm in school to be a therapist. I'm currently pursuing my psychology degree after I first went to college for electrical engineering. And so, that's exciting. Some exciting news coming up with that. And so, that's a little bit about me. I just finished my finals last week. I'm so far, I got a 4.0 GPA. Woo, 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 woo. I'm just excited about that. I'm trudging along and I'm excited about, what that's going to look like and what that's bringing along. I finished classes last week. Yeah. So the 11th was my last day, right, for this semester. And I start back January 18th. And so, if you did not already know that about me, that's something you should know. The thing that I wanted to tell you all that is pretty a big deal that's really impacted a lot in the last few months, last few weeks is that was supposed to be a drum roll. I'm not sure if that sounded like a drum roll to y'all. I'm not sure, but yeah, I just moved to Houston, Texas. Okay, I said it out loud. I just moved to Houston, Texas. Anybody who knows me, I know I lived in Chicago all my life. And I just moved. And so very few people knew about it. I've been very quiet about it for a lot of different reasons. I just wanted to wait until I wanted to tell my story. But yeah, I moved on Monday. And so along with, finishing finals, along with, working full time, along with everything else, I just did a huge move across the country. Thank you guys. Why am I telling you guys this? Because it very much has to do with mental health. There is I could not sit down and tell you the whole story today because there's still pieces of the story that are moving. I will tell the whole story like in detail soon. It might even take a couple of different like shows to say it. And I might not actually say it on this platform. It might just actually be on my page because I don't want to make it seem like this page is about me. It's never been just about me. But I feel like it was important for me to let you guys know that because we do talk about mental health stuff. Why? Okay, so I need you to understand kind of the journey here with me. This was not something that, just came up. I'll leave that for the full story. But in accordance to kind of my process, one of the things that I think I wanted to bring up and share with you guys is that when you're in a different season of your life, there is like a whole shift that's not just going on and around you physically. There's a shift emotionally. There's a shift mentally. There's a shift in your whole being. And if you're not careful, you can be very much overwhelmed. You can be overcome by your feelings and you can just become stagnant because you don't know how to move forward. It is very intense at moments. And at some moments, you really do second guess yourself. And it becomes a moment where you really wonder if you're doing the right thing, right? Again, I'm not going to go into the full story because I just can't right now, but I did want to share this with you all. Um, you know, preparing yourself for a move, I thought was so important to share this part of it for you, to you guys in this platform, is that sometimes you have to really take inventory of everything that you have, right? So I had a house. I've been in this house for like 10 years, and I had to get all my belongings together and really look at it and evaluate what I wanted to keep, what I wanted to get rid of, what I wanted to move. And that was such a huge process for me. Like huge, huge, huge process. I know you guys have seen the show Hoarders, right? And I'm no, listen, let me be clear for y'all start the rumors. I'm nowhere near a hoarder. However, I think that if we honest, it is hard for us all to get rid of certain things, right? Very easily, right? Some people are gifted at it more than others, but it is not easy. It is not easy to decide to get rid of some things. And as I was going through this process, some pieces of it got very emotional for me because part of my journey, and this is not anybody else's, is that I took like 10% of my belongings, maybe 5%. Like I was very specific about my move. I did not do a whole big thing. And again, I'll tell the full story later why. But it was very clear for me that I just was not taking a lot of things into this next season. And so for me, it was like some of this stuff I was going through, and I got emotional and I got crabby and I got stuck. I've been doing this, yeah. You guys don't know. I've been doing this like purging for over like 2 months now. And in fact, yeah, over 2 months. And it was something that was really painful for me. And I didn't understand why. Again, if I go to the show Hoarding is because when they do that, sometimes you'll see the people, they act out and they get really upset because people are taking their things. And so we always look at them and we judge them, and we're so judgmental about the idea of, oh, they just slobs and they can't do this. But if you don't understand the psychological part behind it, the emotional connection behind it, you won't be able to have any empathy, right? And so again, I'm talking about as I found some stuff that I had from before I had my son. Y'all all know Makai is 18. So I'm talking about I found some clothes that I had that I was holding on to before I had him. I found all type of paperwork, all type of like books, all type of things that I kept for years and years and years. And I convinced myself that I needed it all. I really did. And so getting rid of it evoked some very surprising emotions for me. Somebody who believes that they're very self-aware, somebody that's very, conscious of how she moves around and how she shows up. It was very interesting that came up for me. And I had to sit in that stuff and I had to sit in those feelings. And the reason I need to bring it up for you guys today was that I told y'all mental health is not just, having a mental breakdown. It's not having a anxiety attack all the time. It's not, having bipolar all the time. Those are some pieces of it, but it's just as simple as your feelings rising up and you're not knowing why you're still in this place and having to really unpack it. And that's what this process did for me. And then I like to liken it to what we're doing, what we're talking about, what this whole thing about mental health is about. It's about the idea that it's not easy unpacking all this stuff that you've held on to for years. I need y'all to hear that and really get that. It's not uneasy. If you've been doing something for 15, 10, 20 years or your whole life, I understand that it's not going to be easy to instantly grab on to these new ideas and then drop some bad habits and or bad things that you've been carrying, or things that have been holding you back and holding you down. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I'm here to tell you that it's not easy, but it's necessary, right? It's necessary. You know, I found myself, my hardest part was my room. And That was the hardest part because I became attached to certain things. And so I remember that particular room I went over about 5 times. And like, I think I had like two or three different people help me to like really pare down some stuff. And I know that sounds like a lot to you guys. You probably think, oh, Paris, that's crazy. Why are you even telling us this? I'm telling you this because I don't mind being transparent. I don't mind telling on myself. I had so much stuff that crowded my area, so much stuff that, did not allow me to see everything. I had so much stuff. Y'all tell me if y'all can remember, or if you can relate to this. I had so much stuff that I still had tags on things. I had so much stuff that I bought the same thing thinking that I lost the other thing or forgetting that I bought that. I had so much stuff. I bought it so long ago that it's not even in style anymore and I don't want to wear it again. I was just like, what is this? What was I doing? And the correlation is into your personal life and your mental space, your personal space, your emotional space, your mental space. So many times in our life, we have so much stuff that is crowding our lives, crowding our mind, crowding our emotions, and doesn't allow us to think clearly, doesn't allow us to process. It is painful. We try to do it and we break down, we give up, we feel defeated, and we don't even realize that this is something that requires, that's going to be painful because it's been part of us for so long. It's been something that we left unchecked for so long. And we feel like we make up some reason as to why we need this, why we have to have it, why we're being responsible. Like I kept telling myself, oh, I'm not letting it go because I don't want to be wasteful. I don't want to I can reuse, I can do this. And I'm holding on to stuff in a season that is expired, that has become dead weight, that has crowded my space and is attached to me to keep me from moving forward how I need to. I need you to see, I'm not just talking about stuff, but for me, this, I know some people that can relate to this about stuff too. I am talking about this for your life too. How often do we hit a place in our life where we literally are trying to go forward and we are pulled back into the old stuff? And sometimes people judge you and say, oh, well, you should be able to give that up. And they don't understand it's painful. This is how you've been for a long time. This is what you've lived with for a long time. This is your norm. And it's not easy. It's not easy. But guess what? You don't give up. You take a second, you regroup, and you say, oh, this sucks. You let the tears out, because I'm telling y'all, I even cried. And I thought it was so stupid for me to cry over throwing some stuff away. But I realized that was a release. That was a release in me. It was so symbolic because it was not just about some clothes. It was so much bigger than that. It was like memories attached to this stuff. It was parts of me that I felt like was breaking down. Like, I don't even want to, I got to be careful because this was a whole process for me. And I'm getting emotional talking about it because I'm rethinking about and reliving how emotional this stuff was for me, right? Y'all gotta give me a second because I did not realize that I was gonna get this emotional. So I really, okay, this is so stupid. It's okay, let me be clear. I'm sorry, it's not stupid to get emotional. It is that I thought I worked all of this out. And you see how I really went through all that stuff and I still am feeling it. I am allowing myself to feel it. I just don't want to feel it publicly on this live, right? And so it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. And I just want to encourage somebody today, when you're going through your stuff and you feel like you are defeated and you feel like it feels hard and you break down and you get emotional, don't stop. Go at it again. Give yourself a break. Come back. It was some days I had to literally stop. Some days I fell asleep in another room. And some days I had to call for help. Phone a friend. I had to call a friend. Help me. I need some help. I'm stuck. It was some days I had to just leave it and do something else. It was some days I had to just distract myself and do something else. It was some days I had to give myself like grace and say, you know what, you did great. You know, you'll do better next time. But I never just left it and completely just left the process. I kept going. And this is my encouragement today. You guys have to keep going when it's gonna get hard. It's gonna get rough. This process is not easy. Some people are trying to clean up 20, 30 years of stuff on their lives, in their bloodline, things that's been going on, things that they've been doing, stuff that's been around them. If you're trying to get around if you're trying to get out of a toxic environment, do you understand how hard that is? I'm not asking you just to walk away from what you've known forever. I'm not. I am asking you to be more self-aware and to understand that it's necessary and then take the steps to try to get there and get there in a timely manner. But it's not easy. And I get that. And I just really want to share this with you guys because I had so many epiphanies, so many breakthroughs. I told y'all, I have not arrived. Anybody who tells you they've arrived is just not telling the truth. I do believe I'm at a level of self-awareness that I'm being very intentional about. And I want to show people how to also live there too. But I want you to understand that it's going to be a journey. It's a journey. This is a whole journey. And I want us to be more aware and understand. Give yourself grace. Forgive yourself for stopping. If you stopped, I don't care if you stopped something that you were supposed to do a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. Pick it back up. Pick it back up if that's what you know you're supposed to do. It is okay. It is okay. You have to give yourself grace and forgive yourself because you keep beating up on yourself, you won't do it. And it's like it's one of these self-defeating things. You do it over and over again. And it's so funny. I didn't want to even tell this, but I'm just feeling glad to tell it. When I started this process of reorganizing my stuff a year ago, because it's a whole story. I knew about it a year ago that I was going to do this whole moving thing. I said, I'm going to start now. And I got so defeated I got so overwhelmed and defeated by this. I just pulled out. I completely pulled out. And so I beat myself up that I waited to the last minute. But then now I have a different way to look at it. I look at it as I wasn't strong enough then to do what I was able to do now in this moment in season. And that's okay. And so now that I have the strength, I was able to pull in and do it. Right? Okay, guys. Whew. So I just got the biggest part. I'm still going to give you some more. I want to read some of the comments because listening. I know I got some wonderful people here. Hey, Yolanda girl. Hey, Tracy. First of all, thank you for the congratulations, guys. I'm sorry if some of you heard about it on here for the first time. I battled about when I was going to tell the whole thing. It's still so many moving pieces. So I will go into a little bit more of it later, but, yeah, thank you guys. Tracy, you say, hey girl, I totally understand everything you're saying, especially the moving in silence as you're transitioning, moving onto another level in a different life season. Absolutely. I am so, this is going to be so funny how I say this. There's a song out with Lil Wayne used to have. He's a rapper. Don't even go there right now. But he had a song that says, real G's move in silence like lasagna. I just like that line. Anyway. But I have seriously was always like that. I'm like, I'm not going to announce everything I do, how I move, every accomplishment. It's not how I move. I don't particularly move that way. I rather tell you after the fact, right? Just how I've always been. And so for me, I wasn't going to announce everything. I just didn't feel glad to do that. And even now that it just happened, because guys, I moved on Monday. Just happened. Like I'm sure you guys can see the background. I don't know if anybody noticed this is not my house. Wasn't gonna say a thing. I was just gonna let you guys like speculate. But you know, I even really wasn't gonna tell you guys for like another month or so. And I think I still will tell the whole story in like a month when I'm settling in a little bit more. But I did want to, it was weighing on me because this is such a transition period. And I did not want to really talk about the transition while I was going through it. But I think sometimes there's a blessing to the story. And you can help somebody in sharing how you're transitioning and how you're working through it. I think sometimes we see the end product so much and we don't see how you got through it and we miss the journey and the difficulties and we just think it's so easy all the time. So the reality is like, I'm going to share it And I'm going to share kind of what I went through as I went through the process. But it was difficult for me to make that decision. So thanks for that consideration. Um, you said you're proud of me. You hope my story will start a trend. Yeah, listen, that's what I realized. I think we show the end result and we don't always show how we got there. And I think the reason why is because when people are struggling as they go through it, they don't want to share all the heartache because just like I was just reliving a piece of that pain. Like I didn't, it's hard to be that vulnerable and transparent. But listen, if it's going to help somebody else, that's what I'm going to do. Right. Mama Pat, you said, my children often ask me why I hold on to so much stuff. And I realize the stuff in my home reminds me of the stuff in my heart and mind. I can relate. Listen, I mean, it took, and I'll go into this a little bit different off of this platform, but I remember my pastor spoke a message about how we hold on to things and we subconsciously make them idols. And that thing tore me up. Meaning we attach like moments in time to them and feelings to them, and we don't realize we have a unhealthy attachment to it. And he was like, so sometimes when you start a new season, you need to get rid of it. He was telling us about that. It's so funny because he told us a year, maybe 2 years ago, start purging stuff, just purging things because you're gonna have to make room for the new stuff. And you know what? I heard that and I said, yes, that's great. It sounds wonderful. And I wasn't ready to do it yet. Isn't that crazy? I wasn't ready to do. I knew I needed to do it. I wasn't ready. So it's okay when you guys know that you have to do something and you're not ready to do it yet. Just don't give up completely. That's the story. That's it. That's the part. So Mama Pat, I totally understand and get that completely. And there's no shame in that. You said change is painful, but the pain will end. Absolutely. Change is not comfortable. Remember I told you guys about comfort zones? There's so many people in their comfort zone and they're stuck and they think that that's good. They want to be comfortable, but comfort is stagnation. You have to be very careful about that. And so change is the only thing that's constant. I say that constantly over and over again. It's not comfortable. It's a stretching that happens, right? When you are building muscle, did you know that the reason muscle building is so painful is because it actually tears the old muscle apart and it rebuilds it on top of it, right? That's what's happening under your skin. That's why it's so painful. That's why working out hurts when you first started it, because it's now trying to reform this muscle that's gotten so stagnant. You ever hear that thing of you don't use it, you'll lose it? Same idea. Is you're not using these things, it's going to stop working for you. And so you want to continue to move. That's why some people tell you, if you could just stretch every day, that's going to do your body so much good, right? Same idea. Change is painful. It's a stretching and it doesn't feel good, but it's absolutely necessary to growth. So yeah, that's true. Thank you, Yolanda. You said you're proud of me. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. Yeah, so let's see. Holding on to people we need to let go kind of feels the same. Trace, that's what I'm getting at. This is not just about my stuff. This is when we're supposed to get out of toxic environments. This is where we're supposed to get away from toxic people, people that cause and that are, stress in our life, cause havoc in our lives. It's so, if we're in relationships with someone we shouldn't be, it's very hard to get over that or separate from it. It's extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult. And I think this process has just reminded me that we all should give people more grace. You might be stronger in one area than I am, and vice versa. It doesn't make me weaker than you or you weaker than me. It just means that you haven't quite got to that point yet. And that's okay. That's okay. We need to be much less judgmental, much more compassionate, and understanding that, it's a song that Aaliyah did. If at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. Like it's no failure in falling. The failure is not in getting back up again. And I don't care if it takes you an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year, 5 years to get back up again. As long as you get back up again, that's all that matters, right? Give it a try again. He said it's good to be vulnerable. It allows us to see that you are real and it's okay and therapeutic. Thank you guys for allowing me. Let me be clear. I did not mean to be that vulnerable. But you're right. It is good. You know, it is good. I didn't plan for that moment to happen. That's a real moment. Y'all caught a real moment on live. Because I can't really help but be real. But yeah, I'm learning that that is my superpower, vulnerability. So my superpower in this season of my life is being vulnerable and transparent. That's it. That's it. If I can do it, you can do it. That's it. If you need a hand up, I'm gonna pull you up, sis, bro. That's it. That's it. That I don't have anything that's so much more special in me than you do. That's what I want to do. So, yep, that's what I'm doing. Let's see. I'm just still going through some of these comments. You say you're still working through towards your destination, and it is hard. You believe the process is over until something triggers you, and now you're dealing with that. And you know what? The process is forever going, and that's the thing that's so scary sometimes, is that you think you've conquered something, and then something rises up and show you that you're not fully done in that area. But I used to think that I failed, and I started to realize that's not what it is. It's just it's layers of stuff. Like just like people tell you when you work out, if it took you 20 years to put on 60 pounds, it's not going to take you 3 weeks to take it off. You got to be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with your changing of habits. You got to be patient for when you fall and have to get back up. You have to keep accountability around you. It's really hard. And so give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. And guess what? Don't discount what you've already done. You've done so much already. You just still have some more to go. Like I don't really expect you guys to understand this. Some of you will, some of you won't. But even with deliverance, the one thing they say I love is that it is a process. It's going to always happen. You're going to always need it. And it's the same way with, I think, unforgiveness. With forgiveness, you're going to continue to have layers of forgiveness. Sometimes you can be like, well, I forgave them. Why is this coming up again? It's coming up because there's a layer that you didn't attack. And honestly, I'm going to do a class on forgiveness because it's so deep. It's so deep, and I don't think a lot of people really know how to attack it. Their emotions get triggered, they get stuck, and I really believe that we just kind of freeze up and we don't want to deal with it anymore, and we start to just replay the idea of what they did to us in our head, and then we don't really heal ourselves. So it's important for us to think about that too. But anyway, process, yes, triggers happen, and our responsibility is to identify our triggers and try to set up a process around them. We won't know when we get triggered, but if we know what our triggers are, when we can see when something's coming, and we can set up something so we can respond to it. It's almost like disaster readiness drills, right? Earthquake drills, tornado drills. It's not going to say it's going to deal with every single situation, but at least it's giving you something so you can be more prepared and you won't just go into shock, right? So that's important. You said sometimes it seems like it never ends and it's necessary. Yeah. The process feels like it's ever going, but I think that's where we have to give ourselves grace. You've done, if you really, and that's why I believe in journaling. If you really write down how far you went, you're going to realize that you've done so much already, and that you are so far from where you started. And if you don't document it, you're going to feel like you're at the same place. And sometimes I have to look back and be like, whoa, the Paris that I was 2 years ago is definitely not the Paris I was today. The Paris I was 6 months ago is not the Paris I am today. And I'm proud of her. I'm proud of who I am now. And I'm proud of the one I was 6 months ago that I kept fighting to get to where I'm at. And I'm proud of me today because even the person I'm going to be 6 months from now, y'all don't have me testify up in here. The person I am now is not who I'm going to be in the next 6 months or the next year. I am forever evolving. And you guys should too. And you guys are too. The fact that you even watch the show is showing me that you are invested in your mental health. You're invested in your wholeness. And when you do that, man, I'm telling you, you can't help but to get better. You're adding to your life. You're investing in you. You can't help but to get better. Period. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to it. Ilana, you say your story is coming in books. In the books form. Absolutely. Please tell your story in a book. Mine's going to be in book too. But I do believe sharing on this platform is important, at least pieces of it. But yes, your story, girl, you better write those books. I told you, I know you got books in you. You better write all that stuff. You said, oh, you're so sweet. Oh, I'm your inspiration. Now that just touched my heart. Thank you. That's so awesome. You said you're still going through it, but you're holding your head high and moving forward. It's a process, girl. Give yourself grace. It is a process. Give yourself grace, okay? I know it's hard. Okay. Kiana. Oh my God, I'm gonna need help with my layer. Girl, you know, you just call me whenever you can. Call me and I will do whatever I can for you. Um, I'm here for you. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. You said testify. So for anybody who just came on, I just announced that I moved to Houston this week. Moved my whole life to Houston, Texas. Yes, I am a Texan now. I will forever be a Chicago girl. That is my town I'm born and raised in. My family's there. My friends are still there. I love you all. I'm a job. You know, y'all know I'll jump on a flight in a second. I will not be driving there. Don't ask it. But I will jump on a flight in a second to come back when I need to. I'm excited about this new season that I'm moving in. But I wanted to share this with you because it's a process and it's a journey. And in this journey, you got to pull back layers. And what happens is sometimes parts of the old season want to stay connected to you and they want to go. And let me just tell y'all, get close to this camera. I'll put this light on me a little bit more. Can y'all see me? You can't take everything and you can't take everyone. I know you want to. I know you want to pile it all up in a big truck. I know you want to put them all on your back and take them with you, but you can't. You can't. You can't. You physically can't take it all with you. Part of my journey is I was supposed to leave everything, almost everything. And that was so hard. But I understand why. Because I can't go forward into my new season with old stuff. I can't go forward into my new season with the old mentality. I can't go further in my new season with people that don't even believe I'm supposed to be where I'm at. If you don't believe I'm where I'm supposed to be at right now, you can't ever see what's going to happen in my future. You can't support me in my future endeavors. You can't believe where I'm at right now. Y'all getting the real raw and uncut part of me, right? This ain't easy. This ain't for the faint of heart. You feel me? This is not for the faint of heart. When it's time for you to move, you got to go. You can't take everybody. You can't take everything. It's going to be hard, but you got to, you have to keep going. You got to, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be some days when you feel really alone. It's going to be some times when you second guess yourself. It's going to be some times when you don't know if you're fully supported. And there's going to be some times when you're not fully supported. But you just got to do it. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. So I wanted to share with you guys because you guys are my family. You guys are my friends. I love you guys. I need you to know you're doing an amazing job. I need you guys to know that you are breaking barriers. I need you guys to know you're breaking generational curses. You guys are healing. You're doing an amazing job. Just like I found out that people are watching me that I don't even know they're watching me, that never say anything. There's people that's watching you heal that are being inspired by you. All it takes is your life is your testimony. How you move is your testimony. And I'm telling you, you are inspiring some people by just healing. You are inspiring people by just healing. So don't stop when it gets hard. It's hard. Transition is hard. This stuff ain't for the punks. I'm just being honest. This stuff is heavy. When you're breaking through stuff, it gets heavy. It gets heavy. I'm here to tell you, even if you fall, just dust yourself back. Dust yourself off. Give yourself grace. Forgive yourself. Phone a friend if you need to vent. Pray, meditate. regroup, whatever that looks like. Just get back up once you're done. Just get back up. Don't stop. Don't stop. It is a trick for you for it to get so hard that you just stop. Don't stop. I'll give you an example. Have you ever been working out and you're doing so well, and then all of a sudden you fall off the boat or whatever, and then you like, oh, I can't do it, and then all that work that you had, like it feels like it's gone. The trick is that you never should have done it, and how about you just go back to the old ways? It's easier. But really, honestly, it was just a bump in the road. What you're supposed to do is now get back up and go harder. Look, I'm starting back a workout class tomorrow. I'm scared as all get out because I haven't worked out in so long. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hurt, but I'm going because this is important to me. So yeah, if I need to be the poster girl, poster boy for thugging it out and really just fighting through so you guys can know that you can do it, I'll be her. I'm in transition, and I've been in transition for a few years now. This is probably one of the bigger pieces of transition I've been in. This is all new territory. But I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. And when I'm not good, I'm a pull from the sources around me that inspire me, that keep me going. People that will pray for me when I don't feel like praying for myself. People that will bring me back up. It is good to have good. I tell y'all how important it is to have people around you that are accountability, good relationships, positive relationships is very important. You will need them. You need people. I don't care what you say. You might feel like, oh, Paris, you moved away from everybody. That's not true. I got a support system that rocks. Okay, so I am not alone. Please don't cry for me. I'm crying enough for myself, right? So I am not alone. I am well. I'm well staffed. But I love you guys. Okay. Let me read this for you, Mom Pastor. I'm gonna tell y'all my announcement. You said I felt as though I was bipolar because of the tremendous highs and lows. I've lost myself yet again not too long ago, but I'm on my way back and it's hard. Listen, Mom Pat, it is hard because when you're going through years of detoxing from past behaviors, there are a slew of emotions that happen. High emotions, high highs, low lows. And I think we all go through them. I think, but when they hit hard, sometimes it knocks us off of our feet or it knocks the wind out of us. And there's no shame to that, right? I think that we have to deal with them as they come, right? Do the best we can to be prepared for them, but we can't always be prepared for them. So if it knocks you off your feet, you take a second to get back up. And when you get back up, keep fighting. So I know you have so much fight in you, so I'm not even worried about you. I know some days feels dark, but you're doing amazing. You're very much an inspiration to me and everybody else that's around you. So just keep fighting, Mama Pat. You got this. Tracy said, thank you. Your transparency is uncommon. Aw, I love you. Thank you for the bottom of your heart. I love you so much, Tracy. I appreciate you. You are somebody that's so supportive. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. And Tracy, we got to talk because, hold on, I want to pull up something else you said earlier. You said, I need to hear the unscripted story. Been busy building mine in the past few months. Inspire me more, Paris. I love you, girl. I'm going to give you the whole story. It's huge. It's a lot more to it. Even the fact that I am a official Houston resident. I am not, I'll be here. I'm not coming back to Chicago. I'm going to be living in Houston. Okay, so that's the main part of what I wanted to bring up. And I wanted to bring up that part of the mental health journey. I needed y'all to hear these pieces and these spaces of what was going on with me. Now, the other announcement is that I'm going to take a little break. I feel really bad about this and I wasn't going to do it. And I've been just thugging through it and pushing through it. But you know what? I'm going to take a break. I am. I start my emotional intelligence course on January 3rd, and I want to give myself rest. I talk about self-care so much. I talk about taking care of yourself. I talk about, giving yourself rest when you need rest. I just went through, I've been working this whole time. I have been doing home renovations on my home because I didn't sell it. I'm renting it out. So I was doing renovation. So I'm in the middle of a home renovation. If y'all know how stressful that can be. So I'm in the middle of a home renovation. I'm working full time. I also was in school and I just finished finals, finished paper, exam, all those things. And I do 2 in-person classes at the last minute. So that was all happening while I was like doing this move and building. I released the ebook and I released this course. So I've been doing a lot. And you guys wouldn't know that because again, I was keeping it very to myself, but it's been a lot. And so I'm going to take off the next 2 weeks. And I don't think I've taken 2 weeks off in a row ever. And I hope you guys understand. And I hope you guys give me a little grace on this. I didn't know before today, but I am. I'm going to take off the next 2 weeks. I will not come back on until January 4th. I'm going to give myself a break so I can regroup. I can rest up. And that I will, I'll be ready with new content. I'm going to have some new stuff, some new exciting stuff to come along in 2022 that I'm excited about, right? So it's going to give me time just to pour a little bit more into that. And then this course, listen, guys, here's the little, if y'all have not registered for the emotional intelligence course, you are truly, truly missing out on a treat. Y'all, I think I put too much into this course. It's honestly, I'm excited to do this. I think there's going to be some people that really get some freedom after they come out of this course. I'm really excited about it. I have put so much in this 6 weeks. I feel like it should be longer, but I'm going to keep it at 6 weeks. I said it's going to be 6 weeks. We meet once a week, which will be on Mondays at 7. I think I said 7 p.m. I'll be sending that communication out to the people who have enrolled. I have a few more slots. I want to keep it smaller for this first round. And y'all heard me say first round because I want to make sure that I'm giving plenty of time to help people work through some of their stuff and space to do that. Y'all, if you have ever felt out of control with your emotions, you've ever felt like that you just don't have you don't have them in check. It's okay to have emotions, but when they run you, you feel up and down all the time. You feel all over the place. And that is a state of constant confusion, and you don't want that. And so emotional intelligence is just learning how to grab and put it in control and check. And so I'm telling y'all, just rethink it. This emotional intelligence course is going to be amazing. Although I won't be on for the next 2 weeks, I think I will do one last special because I want to just give people the chance to get in it. I have a thought of something I'm gonna do, but I'll run that. You guys just pay attention. Make sure that you are logged on for notifications so you'll see when I put something new up. But yeah, so for people that didn't hear it, I'm going to take the next 2 weeks off. I am going to be back on January 4th. I'm going to regroup. It's been a lot, and I need to pour back into me so I can pour back out. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Happy holidays. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your family. You get some rest. You guys come into the new year stronger than ever. I'm excited for you. Thank you for being here and being so supportive with me. You guys are amazing. All right. I love you guys more than you know. Oh yeah. Okay, real quick. Did you guys see my shirt? This is my new shirt. Boundaries, get you some. It's in the olive green. If you see, it's a V-neck. I have these new shirts, and I also have these blue ones. It's not a V-neck, it's the regular one, but they're blue like this too. They're really cute, I think. So they're going to be on the website. If you guys want those, I'm going to run another t-shirt sale as well. I'm going to try to upload that soon as well. So I love you guys. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the next the holidays. I will see you in the new year. And don't worry, you will hear the full story soon enough. It's a lot to it. It's a whole lot to it. But thank you guys for rocking with me. And don't forget, you are enough. I'm going to say it as long as I need to until you start really believing it. You are enough. You really are enough. All right. And I forgot to drop that. Yeah, just in case you want to know where you can go look at the class, or even download the free ebook. Sign up for the mailing list so you can get the free ebook. It's www.parispjohnson.com. You can get the t-shirts on there. You guys have any questions, inbox me, send me a message. Please share this with somebody. I know even if they don't know me, just even my story can help somebody. So please share this. My goal is to help, if I help one person, I've done enough, right? All right, guys. Love you. Bye. See you in the new year.